The Dallas Cowboys are turning the page after a tie against the Green Bay Packers last Sunday night. In a contest with many emotions, star defensive back Trayvon Diggs did not start against his former teammate Micah Parsons and the Packers. Nobody saw the result coming, but the game was very good. The reason for the benching was due to off-field issues, according to NBC. The same article from NBC shows Diggs making a request to defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus as he returns to the starting lineup against the New York Jets on Sunday. "Rough week," Diggs said Wednesday via Hill. "I guess coach is holding me accountable. It's cool. Back on track this week, ready to work." The request Diggs is making to the DC is to play more man-to-man, where he excels. "It's surprising," Diggs said. "It's not like we don't have talent. We got to be in position. And I feel like once again positioned to do it, but it's just all about being in position to make the plays. I have to be comfortable being uncomfortable," Diggs said. "It's not about what I want." Eberflus responded to Diggs' request. "I value his opinion, and it's important that you do that as a coach, but we're growing as a group." The Cowboys will be facing a run-heavy offense against the Jets on Sunday. However, receiver Garrett Wilson is a star with his former college quarterback, Justin Fields. A win for the Cowboys would be a great momentum booster for this team as they head into a stretch of winnable games. Diggs' teammate Malik Hooker could miss multiple weeks with a toe injury that he suffered against the Packers, according to head coach Brian Schottenheimer. That is a tough blow to the secondary. He, Diggs, Darren Bland, Kyer Elam, and Donovan Wilson form an elite unit. Ahead of Week 5's matchup against the New York Jets, Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback Dak Prescott is feeling confident, as his team will look to bounce back from their 40-40 tie in overtime against the Green Bay Packers. In front of Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, Micah Parsons faced his former team and embraced Prescott after the game. Now, Prescott and the Cowboys look ahead to Week 5, while preparing for the Jets, he said, per The Athletic's John Machota. "I'm seeing the game right now, just the way I want to see it. Just the experience paying off on top of the film study and my preparation," Prescott said. "And then just the clear communication when a play is being not only called for, but what that play is being designed for, and how we feel like we can attack this or attack that. I think it's just a result of me knowing all of that and putting it all together. I'm feeling good out there. I'm for sure playing as confident as I've ever been. Every year I've felt like I've gotten better and making strides in every part of my game. I know sometimes the numbers and things don't always show that, but I think right now that they are," Prescott concluded. Prescott went 31 of 40 in Sunday's tie game, throwing for 319 yards and 3 touchdowns. Cowboys kicker Brandon Aubrey connected on a 22-yard field goal before Packers kicker Brandon McManus' 34-yard field goal tied the game at 40 in overtime. Jerry Jones on Cowboys paying Dak Prescott, not Micah Parsons. Amid ongoing contract negotiations that led to a stalemate, the Cowboys traded Micah Parsons to the Packers ahead of the 2025 NFL season. With Parsons back in town for Week 4's matchup, Jones revealed why he was willing to sign Prescott to an extension when his contract was up, rather than Parsons, according to 103.5 The Fan's Bobby Belt. "It's very simple. Dak was indispensable in my mind. Micah wasn't. It's just numbers. It's that easy. That's not personal at all," Jones said. Last year, Jones agreed to give the 32-year-old Prescott a 4-year contract extension worth $240 million at $60 million per year, which is the highest average annual value in NFL history. The New York Jets are one of the last 3 teams in the NFL still searching for their first win. Today they host the Dallas Cowboys in MetLife Stadium in a chance to reroute their season after a disastrous first month. The Cowboys hope to do some course-correcting of their own as they escape the first month of the season with the 8th worst passing defense of all time. All things considered, we have our eyes on a couple player props in what is considered a must-win for both squads. Justin Fields, 187.5 passing yards, minus 112 FD. I love this spot for Justin Fields today. The Jets have embraced their running identity all season, and it has paid off to the tune of 0-4. At some point, you have to be willing to sling the rock. Why not start against a historically bad defense? Remember, this is a secondary that allowed 350 yards to Jordan Love last week, 250 yards to Caleb Williams 2 weeks ago, and 450 yards to Russell Wilson in the same stadium the week before that. I already have a Justin Fields ladder play all the way up to 300 yards, plus 1,100 by the way. I think he breezes by this number. Should they be getting consistently scored on by this explosive Cowboys offense, this could be Fields' coming out party in his new city. Garrett Wilson 5.5 receptions, minus 134 FD. This Jets receiving room is depleted. They have been uninspiring and unimpressive. I think this line is going to continue to climb over the season, just as the Justin Fields anytime touchdown line has. He has more receptions than every other wide receiver on the roster combined. He has only gone under this number once in the opening 4 games, and that was the game that Fields went down with a concussion. This gets home several different ways. I think it is ladderable. Adding 1 catch brings the odds to plus 134. Adding 2 makes it plus 230. Breece Hall anytime touchdown, minus 115. Another Cowboys defense fade. They have allowed 40, 37, 24, and 31. So I'm not going to overthink this one. Breece Hall has only scored once on the season, but the player that was scavenging many of his goal line carries is out for the season. The Jets have to get comfortable with using Breece down near the end zone, and I think it starts today. This will be the last time this line is around even money, and I won't miss out on it. Same game parlay plus 741 odds. I'm backing both offenses in a game that seems primed to have one of the highest totals from Week 5. Harry's out plus 741 same-game parlay for Dallas, New York. The Dallas Cowboys made the shocking decision to move on from superstar pass rusher Micah Parsons just ahead of the 2025 NFL season. Jerry Jones opted to trade him to the Green Bay Packers in exchange for 2 first-round picks and star defensive tackle Kenny Clark. To help replace the loss of Parsons, the Cowboys went out and signed veteran pass rusher and former number 1 overall pick Jadeveon Clowney to a 1-year contract. Obviously, Clowney won't be a long-term replacement for Parsons. Dallas will need to figure out a future for its pass rush. With that in mind, the Cowboys could very well be looking at the 2026 NFL Draft for help. After trading Parsons to the Packers, Dallas will have another first-round pick to work with. There are a few intriguing prospects that could make sense for the Cowboys in the first round. Jacob Infante of Pro Football Network has released a new mock draft that would see Dallas land a potential long-term replacement for Parsons. He had the Cowboys taking Clemson edge rusher T.J. Parker with the number 11 overall pick. What a novel concept! The Dallas Cowboys traded one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, and now their pass rush looks bad as a result. Luckily for them, they now have 2 first-round picks in the 2026 NFL Draft, which gives them opportunities to upgrade the defense for cheap, Infante wrote. Clemson's defense as a whole hasn't lived up to expectations this year, but T.J. Parker is still a tremendous player with a high ceiling in the NFL. He had 11 sacks as a sophomore and flashed great burst, bend, and lower body strength. He's keeping up that impact play with 2 sacks in 4 games in 2025. Parker has put together an impressive 3-year tenure with Clemson so far. He has racked up a total of 105 tackles, 18.5 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, and 3 defended passes. Last season with the Tigers, Parker had a career year. He ended up with 57 total tackles, 11 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, and a defended pass. Parker's 2025 season hasn't been as good yet, but the entire Clemson team has struggled mightily. At the very least, Parker is a name to keep a close eye on moving forward. If Dallas is looking to add a pass rusher in the first round of the 2026 draft, he could be the right move to make.